Hey book friends, welcome back to Books I Read. I'm Sheila and I'm so glad you're here. We're going to do some bookish things here, obviously, because it's a book channel. I do have a tea for you today, but I am not going to do the second one, lychee coconut, because I've already done it. There are 3 packets. There are 3 of these packets in that box, but I've already tried doing it twice. But I am not going to do this packet because I really do not like it. Like I said, I've already tried the 2 packets. It tastes kind of flowery and like, what is that called? Suntan lotion? That's what it tastes like. I couldn't think of what it was called. So we're going to move on. I'm also here to tell you that I probably will not get 10 teas done this month. We'll just try and get this box done this month because I just haven't been feeling all that great. Say you get 3 packets. We're going to do 1 of these and the rest of these will go in the drawer, the tea drawer. Alright, this one, cucumber mint. Hopefully it tastes delicious is what I'm hoping. And dump that in the basket. And it is really hot, so we're going to have to let that steep. I will tell you some books that I've been reading and some things that I've purchased. I did buy some silicone straws. Now I already have silicone straws and I already have metal straws, but they are the metal straws with the silicone tips. I found those, my daughter and I found those at Walmart for $2 for the whole box. Amazing. And yes, I do have the receipt. They are right here. $2, but they're already in the kitchen. And then we found, my daughter and I have found dollar shirts in the clearance at Walmart before. This one, hopefully you can see it, is $1. And then this one was $1. And the one that I have, oops, we'll just set it right there. And the one that I have on today, it feels so good. It was $1 too. I don't know where the tag went. I don't know, I probably threw that away, obviously. Oh, here it is. I saved it for you guys. I told you that I read 29 Gifts by Cammie Walker and Beneath the Bonfire by Nicholas Butler. I have also finished Stephen King's The Shining. I would have to say the 1997 mini-series. I'm pretty sure it was a mini-series for television. I'm pretty sure. That one followed way more closely to the book than the 1980 version or the one with Jack Nicholson. And if my memory serves me right, Stephen King did not like the 1980 movie either. And that's why the 1997 mini version or mini series came about. But I was just all messed up with the end. That's why I wanted to read the book, because I'm like, what was the real end? So now that I know the real end, which of course I still gave it a 5-star. I still like the book. The Shining, you know, hey, that's what helped make Stephen King, right? So now my whole point though is I am ready for Dr. Sleep, which is his sequel, of course. And I also finished this book, Mequilibrium, 14 Days to Cooler, Calmer, and Happier by Jan Bruce. I finished this. I'm pretty sure I gave this book 3.5 stars. I think it is a little helpful, but certain days were not that helpful. Like, for example, the day that I got stuck on, I think it was day 3 with Sleep Smart, because they don't address people who have to work different shifts. And I just didn't find it that helpful. Some parts of it are helpful, some parts are not. That's why I gave it 3.5. I do think you have to be honest with yourself. And what are you trying to get out of the self-help book? You know, what are you trying to achieve? Is it going to help you right now? Are you ready for that information right now? Are you not ready for that information right now? Should you come back and read it maybe in a couple months or something like that? I don't know. But going through all 14 days, like consecutively or pretty consecutively, I just didn't find it very helpful, because some days I wasn't ready for that information, I felt like. And I don't know. You have to really be ready. I don't know. You have to be ready to work on those things, I guess. I don't know. I didn't find it as helpful, as you can see. I don't have any tabbies. I did find that You Are a Badass was a little more helpful for me, but this book might be more helpful to you. I don't know. So that's why I never say no to a self-help book. The other book is a book that I palled, or I put aside for later. I actually put it in an unhaul, but I haven't taken my boxes and put them out into the community yet. I just haven't. They're sitting in my closet. I just haven't. With the holidays and everything, I just didn't do it. I just didn't. So I took Eternity, book 2, out of by Heather Terrell out of the book box because I had put it aside for later. And this is the book. Is she going to save people? I don't really care for Michael. I don't know, I just don't care for his character. And then, you know, the fallen angel thing. Good and evil is, you know, I don't know. It wasn't my thing. It really wasn't. Do I kind of regret picking that book back up out of the unhaul? Yeah, kind of. I can see why I put it in the unhaul. I definitely like the first book better, which I do believe was what, Fallen Angel? Yeah, Fallen Angel. I do like that book better. It was just okay for me. It was just meh. So, I don't know. And same with this one, The Devouring by Simon Holt. I picked it back up. I had put it aside in October. I had started reading in October and I put it down. So I decided, well, I'm going to pick it back up off my shelf. So I did, and it was just too predictable for me. I mean, is it a good, scary, like, horror story for young adults or maybe a little younger? Sure, of course, at Halloween, absolutely. Very good, very scary, but predictable to me. So I gave it a 3-star because it was still good. Basically, you have a creature that is or comes out on Sorry Night or the Winter Solace for the most terrified or the most scared, most fearful. And there you go. And consumes their body kind of thing. Like a demon possession kind of thing. So, I don't know. Scary, sort of, but very predictable for me. So, and then I purchased these 5 books from Dollar Tree when I went with my brother and my daughter. I hope you guys, maybe I should do it here so you guys can see them. My daughter and I stood there and we were like, okay, let's see. And whichever synopsis stayed in my head, those were the ones I bought. So those 5, those were the ones I decided to keep. They just spoke to me and they stayed in my head. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to read those. So I have already read this one, Brilliant by Roddy Doyle. Yes, it is a younger grade, but I think I told you guys I've just not been feeling well. Been in a reading slump, that kind of thing. And just not been feeling very good. But this book is so good. I think this book is good for all ages, if you ask me. It's covering the depression financially, and it's covering depression that people feel. And the kids are the ones that are going to save. The kids are going to be the ones that save the day by following the black dog and Brilliant. It's a really cool, encouraging story. If you ask me, I was feeling pretty good once I finished this book. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. But anyway, so I don't know, though, if some younger children or younger teens would understand some of the symbolism in this book. I don't know. I don't know. But it is good. I mean, as far as wrote about depression and stuff like that, it's really interesting. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I gave it 3 or 3.5 stars. And 3 or 3.5 stars, to me, is still a pretty good read. You know, it's still a halfway decent read or worth reading. Alright, so let's go through these other books that I got. Well, let's just do this one. The Dark Fields by Alan Glenn. It's about a drug that's going to make you pretty much everything you want to be. It's going to make your brain function with perfect efficiency, tapping into your deepest resources and creativity, releasing all the passive knowledge you've ever accumulated. It's also going to imagine a drug that focused you so intensely you could read a stack of books in just a few hours, remember every word, learn a foreign language. Imagine a drug that allowed you to process information so quickly you could see patterns in the stock market. A drug that made you so charming you could seduce a room full of strangers in a matter of minutes or land any job you want. So it sounds really good to me. So I'm like, I need this book for January, don't I? And then Edgeland by Jake Halperin and Peter Jawinski. I think that's how you say his last name. I could be wrong. Sorry. Basically, this book is about these people when they don't actually bury their dead. They put their dead in a boat and they send them over something called a cliff, which kind of reminds me of Niagara Falls. And then they go down in something that they call the drain or a drain. And what is that? Is it a hole, an abyss? Where does it go? So that's what we're going to hopefully find out. Ren and Alec in this book, these 2 kids, get in this boat because they want to steal the treasures, because they put all the treasures with the dead. But anyway, they put all the treasures in the boat with the dead, and they want to steal them before it goes over the cliff. What's going to happen? I don't know. I got to read this book. It was interesting to me. You guys know Agatha Christie, right? She was a famous English writer, and she also wrote, I believe, 66 detective novels and 14 short stories. I'm not exactly sure. You can look her up for yourself. But anyway, A Talent for Murder by Andrew Wilson. I believe Andrew Wilson wrote Agatha Christie in her own, like, story. He put her in a story, in a mystery story. I'm not sure if she's actually the detective in the story or if she's the one that commits the murder. I don't know. I have to read it. But it just sounded good because I was like, oh my God, how cool. He put Agatha Christie and it's not, you know, her in the story. How cool is that? All right, and then the last book that I had got was Project Terra Crash Course. I'm pretty sure it's about a girl that, I'm not sure if she's an alien or not, but it's building new planets, brought them together. Blowing up a moon just sort of happened. So I'm pretty sure she finds a new planet, is my understanding. But it looks so cute. It looks so good. It's by Landry Q. Walker. And I just love getting books from the Dollar Tree because they are still new. And they still smell like Barnes & Nobles. Oh my God. It smells so good. All right, and I also, my daughter found these at the Dollar Tree for me, these little page markers. They are absolutely adorable for $1. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool to find those at Dollar Tree. And then I also got a candle for the bathroom. It's basil and herbs. I haven't used it yet. Like I said, I haven't been feeling good. And then my brother picked out, this is my happy place. I thought that was really cool. I have also read and finished Harry Potter, book 1. I felt that that book went very close to the movie. Very, very close. It was good. Will I ever be a diehard Harry Potter fan? I don't know. But at this time, I still enjoy Harry Potter, the book, and or the movies, usually the movies. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I still enjoy them when I'm feeling blah. Or it's just, I don't know, certain times of the year, I'm just like, it's a Harry Potter night, you know. And then I also finished The Bride Test. Oh my God, that book is so good. That was my 5-star book this month so far. That book is so good. I did read The Kiss Quotient by Helen Hoang. Is that how you say her name? I read that back in August of 2019. It was so good. That book was a 5-star for me too. Stella was autistic, and she called a male escort to teach her or something of that sort. Like I said, I read it back in August. You can go check out my Goodreads. But The Bride Test, the mother from California goes to Vietnam to find a wife for his one son because he can't seem to find a wife because he is autistic. So she goes to find him a wife and brings her back to California to see if she can win his heart. And it is just, oh my God, that book is so good. I would love to own those 2 books in paperback someday. Someday. And if the 3rd paperback is out, or if the 3rd book is out, I don't even care if it's paperback or hardcover at this point. The Heart Principle, oh my God, if that book is out, is it too early to get an art? I mean, can I? I know, I'm just this little bitty channel, but oh my God, that book was so good. I can't wait. But that book, the 3rd book, is not supposed to come out until May of 2021, so I got a long wait. All right, and so those are the only books that have come in, and I have added some books to my shelf. I added Obsidian Mirror. I have added Incarcerate. I have added, what else did I add? I added another PAL book by Dia Reeves, The Bleeding Violet. Here, I'll show you. I added this one. It's another PAL book. Put aside for later if you don't know what I'm talking about. And I've also added this book, another PAL book. That's why the little frog is in there. Figured I'd try and finish up some of these ones that I've started. And I have added Ivy Pocket book 2 because I have read book 1 before. I think that's all I've added. I think that's it. Oh, yeah. And I started to read Akata Warrior. I have started to read this. I think I am only on I'm going on chapter 4. So I started reading that one. I just don't have it on my Goodreads as of the making of this video yet. because I started reading it last night. And as I told you guys, I believe in a previous video, a book friend purchased me Ivy and Bone by Julie Eshbaugh. I think that's how you say it, Eshbaugh. And she also purchased me Wink Poppy Midnight. It was only $1/4 a book, so it was only 50 cents, which was really awesome. How cool is that? How cheap, right? But I have started reading this one, is my point, and I'm on chapter 8. I started to read One Day in December by Josie Silver, I believe, but I couldn't remember what I had read because I must have fallen asleep, so I started to go back and listen to it again, and again I fell asleep. So I don't know if I will get One Day in December done. I have no idea. I might have to pile that one and come back to it maybe later on this year. I have no idea. But let's see if this tea is cool enough for me to try. Hopefully. I know I let it steep too long, didn't I? I probably did. I do that all the time. I get to talking about the books and forget about the tea. It smells good. I might have let it steep too long. But wow, does that one taste good. This cucumber melon is delicious. I like this one. It's a nice scent. It's a nice flavor. I'm all confused now with scents and flavors and all that. Although I do that. I do call those flavors. And they are flavors because they, you know, because they say candy cane lane or Christmas cookie, so I think flavors. I don't know. I know, that's silly. Oh well. Alright, do I have anything else to share with you? Nope, I think I've shared everything that I'm reading, and I've shared everything that I've added, everything that has come in. I do have my book page. I went to the library with my brother yesterday, and I got my book page. I did try to, on my one library site, I did try to check out the book by Kylie Reid, Such a Fun Age, but it has a hold on it for, I think, 27 days. So it'll be 27 days before I get to read that book. So what a bummer. But there are a couple other books in here. I do know that, what was that one? Scavenge for Stars. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Scavenge the Stars. This book I do have, and I hope to get to read it. I have it dropped down. I have a couple other newer books that have dropped down or that I have seen in Barnes & Nobles when we went walking around. We didn't buy anything because, well, it's too expensive for me right now. Not only that, it's a low spend January, so I wouldn't do that anyway. But I saw The Bride Test, and that's how I read it off the library app, so that was awesome. Because it was available. I was so excited. And I'm going to start Stephen King's Dr. Sleep now because I have finished The Shining. So that is everything. I plan to create, on my other channel, I used to call it not just a reading vlog because I didn't just do reading in it. I would cook or do something else. So I think I'm going to do one of those coming up here pretty soon. I don't know. We'll see. But until then, I will see you next time on Books I Read. Bye!